So these days, everybody is on a virtual meeting platform. And that's great if you're doing meetings. But what if you have to do training? You may be running into some limitations and some issues with the platform. I'm here to give you some quick tips to help you deliver better content, make it more engaging, and make it memorable. During your virtual training session, you want to keep things engaging, right? So at least every 15 to 20 minutes, you want to figure out something you can do where you can give them a question, have them think about something, talk about it, maybe write it up in the chat. One of the great ways to do that is by using breakout room functionality, and most of the virtual meeting platforms have that type of capability. That's some things you'll need to set up on the front end before you actually launch the session, and maybe figure out how you want to break people up, and then you can assign them a question to discuss, and you can send them to the individual breakout rooms to do that and bring everybody back once they're done. To get around that, you could just ask the question and look for people to raise their hand and call on them. Very similar to what you did with the introductions. Again, they're already used to that, and they should be a little bit more comfortable raising their hand and answering the question right there. So that's one thing to do. So let's say during your training session, you've got content that really plays well to role play, and you want to assign 2 or 3 people to doing role play. One of the things you can do to make this work really well is to, once the role play begins, is encourage your attendees to go to their camera settings at the top of the screen and change it to who's talking. Once you do that, as the role play begins and kind of rolls through, you'll see individual A talking, and then when individual B jumps in based on the script of the role player, or however you got that worked out, the camera cuts to them and then it cuts back, as opposed to having 20, 30 people on the grid and it's hard to tell who's talking, right?